What is good, T-Bay Podcast? We're back in the building. I got the boy Big.
T in this thing,
It's
man.
Big Holla, and we have a special guest. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Very special.
Hi, everybody. My name is Sior Atl.
Okay. So what do you do these days?
Talk about
So
it.
I consider myself a serial entrepreneur. I do a lot of things and wear a lot of different hats. My main baby right now is the restaurant owner. I currently own Sior Atl in Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay. So what got you, first of all, this is amazing
Congratulations.
for everything,
Yeah.
you know,
Thank you.
black women doing all this. I love to see it. It's
Thank
beautiful.
you.
It gives a lot of hope to a lot of the youngins. So it's a beautiful thing that you're doing this. And I just want to know what got you started. Like, what was the thing that like clicked for you, and when was that?
Okay. So for me, I'm going to back a little bit. So when I say serial entrepreneur, so I currently own a home healthcare company as well. I've been doing that for about 10 years. So I started that. Always been ambitious, always knew I kind of was going to be a business owner, didn't know what route. After I kind of got in my home healthcare company, got that started, I'm like, I want to give back. So what do I want to do? Then I started the Mommypreneur Company, which was a business consulting agency to help moms build and start businesses. So I got into that. That led into like events. So we started doing events and then travel vacations. So then it was like, well, I need my own space. I want my own space. And that's what led me to buy the Atlanta Business Lounge. So when I was going to open up the event space, it's like, okay, well, I got to have food and hookah and music unless Atlanta are not coming.
Gotta make it
So
Atlanta.
it was just like, okay, you're gonna open a restaurant, and didn't know it was gonna be a full service, and it just, God led everything to just happen how it did.
That's
So
amazing.
what do you think were like some of the obstacles you ran into opening businesses?
Oh my God, so many obstacles because I don't come from a background where my family was business owners or didn't have like mentors or guidance. So it was just really me being so ambitious, so driven, and not being scared to fail, because I think that's people main, the issue is they scared to fail. So I always been a risk taker. So I took so many risks, I lost in the process. So it definitely was a lot of struggles there.
Was there ever a loss that you were like, yo, I'm about to quit, I'm done, I'm
Sick of this.
good?
I don't ever wanna do
Oh
it again.
yeah, the main one that I can think of is right when you open up a restaurant. Even though I was originally just gonna do like cafe style foods, no grease. Even now we don't fry or cook any of our food. Everything is baked or sautéed. But the city was like, oh, you need a grease trap, and I'm like, what's a grease trap? And it was like, oh, well, you got to get a grease trap. And I'm like, even though I'm not using grease, and they like, yeah. And I was like, okay, how much is the grease trap? And it was like, oh, $30,000. So
Jesus
Christ.
yeah, like we literally had to tear up
Oh
the
my
whole
God.
back of my building for them to put this 30-ton tank in the ground. Like, I have footage. It was crazy. That was like the roadblock where I was like, nah, I'm about to quit because this was just too much. So, but that's what made it a full service restaurant. So even if I don't continue, or you know, if I want to open up a restaurant or somebody else, it's here to stay. So.
Okay.
That's definitely going on the
dope.
sales bill.
For sure,
right?
for sure.
You know what I'm saying? We
100%.
have a grease trap.
Yeah.
Somebody gonna pay for it.
Right.
So
30,000 is crazy.
Crazy.
30,000 is insane.
I don't think
Crazy.
I'm good, bro.
Yeah,
Like
you gotta be.
Crazy.
when we go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say to anybody who's going to go in the restaurant business, please get a building that's already an existing restaurant. And that was a thing. This was a non-restaurant before,
Right.
so that's what made it even harder. Like everything, the whole commercial kitchen, everything was built from scratch, and that was just like, don't do that again.
Right. So walking through here, you know, there's a bunch of different spaces. Can you tell us a little bit more about those and what inspired you to make, you know, basically a multi-purpose everything? You got everything in here.
I know. So me, that's just, I'm multi-faceted, right? It's so many things and hats that I wear. So I was just like, I wanted to create a space where it's like a one-stop shop, right? I wanted to give them the food with the restaurant. We wanted to give them a bar with the drinks. We wanted to give them event space for people to come and have events. Private party room, conference rooms for business meeting. The women, you know, we like our pink. So meeting, podcast room, like you name it. Like I just wanted it to be an all-in-one. The beauty salon, oh my God, you know, women need beauty. So I wanted them to just be able to walk in and be like, okay, I can get my hair done. I can go to a spa. I can have an event. I can eat, smoke hookah. It's just like, what else can I do here, you know?
And then it's in a great location too, because this area, before this was over here, it was predominantly like, you know, it wasn't for us.
Correct.
So, you know,
correct.
now that you got this over here, you kind of making your own, like, you know, the batteries down the street, but it's like, no, we can come down here
Correct.
and see you.
Yes.
You got a little bit of everything. So I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, did you ever feel like there were roadblocks being that you were a woman starting business?
Oh, for sure. I mean, from the beginning stage of even purchasing the building, you know, like I just feel like I'm not gonna say it was heavy racism that played into the factor, but it definitely was some there. Me being young and being a Black African American woman buying a commercial property in Cobb County, it was a lot of roadblocks. You know what I mean? So being able to walk in that space, they just was like boggled that like you finna do this. You know what I mean? Right. So it was already that roadblock there where they couldn't believe it. So it was so many, you know, blocks that they kept trying to stop me, but it was like, keep going, you know, because you got to do this not for me, but for somebody else, you know, for some us to look and be like, okay, she can do it, I can do it too. And that was another thought, like, I got to do this for my people.
So how much help did you really have any help doing all this, or was this all 100% like you came up with this, you pushing it, you funded everything, like? Is it all you?
This was all me. This was all my ideas, start to end. Yeah. I was in this building a year, from the painting to the ceiling, the chandeliers to the everything you see in this building was all my concept. And then that was another thing. I didn't know, like all restaurants, they hire an architect or a designer to design it. And then from the plans, the contractor go and build. Like I didn't hire an architect. Like I was the architect. So it's a crazy first idea, but it gave me the benefit of knowing how to do it and just being able. People walk in and be like, okay, you put a lot of thought in it.
That's a lot.
You can tell
it's a lot of thought. You know, from the paint. When I first walked in, I was like, oh my God, it's
I've never seen nothing like this.
I've never seen nothing like this. Literally, like this is one of those like gems.
Yeah.
I think I seen it like first on like Instagram or something. Yeah. I think Sheik showed me, so I was like, what is it? Yo, this is crazy.
What is this? Yeah. What is this? And then you said you're opening up another space down below sooner. You're
correct. So I'm torn in between opening up like that co-work space, but now I got someone that's like, okay, I want to rent the whole space out, like, and they're talking good numbers. So I'm
gotta get them numbers
stuff on the table. Yeah. So I don't know yet.
How important do you feel it is, like, with businesses collaborating coming up? Because, you know, a lot of people, they come up with an idea, they want to do everything solo. Like with somebody going into the downstairs part, how important do you think collaboration is in business?
Collaboration is key. Like, that's something I learned years ago, you know, when like events first started. You know, going to networking events and meeting people and collaborating, because you need that so people can help you, you know, with ideas and motivation and inspiration. But collaboration is like, that's the best thing you can do, is collaborate with others that can help lead you to the direction and the path you're trying to go in.
So where'd the idea from Pink come from?
Pink?
Yes. Like, what made you pick Pink?
Oh, pink, I'm a girly girl, so pink always in my color. I feel like a lot of my offices always had like pink. So at first the whole building was gonna be pink. I was gonna do like before the Barbie thing, this whole building was gonna be pink if it was up to me. And it's like, okay, Sior, what you gonna have for the men? Like, so that's why they had, you know, I did the restaurant very neutral, but then I gave us the pink towards the back, you know. So
this is beautiful completely. And like seeing the idea like in real life, y'all gotta come check out Sior Atlanta, just because like I've never seen nothing like this. Like, the ceiling's pink. Y'all can't see the ceiling, but the ceiling is actually pink. Like,
the waffles are pink.
The waffles here are pink. And by the way, I'm gonna be honest with you. I talked about these waffles like a few weeks ago. Listen, what are you putting in those? Crack? Like, what is it? Is it crack? What is it?
We gotta ask my chef. We can't tell the recipe, you know.
When I tell you.
Oh, the waffles is busting like that?
What?
Oh, I thought it was like the lamb waffle combo.
It's like the perfect like hand-in-hand fit.
Oh, for real?
Bro.
Better than chicken and waffles?
Yes.
Wow.
Lamb chops and waffles is, listen, that's the new wave. I'm going to be honest with you. That's the new wave. Chicken and waffles, nah, it's dead now.
And that was something, I'm not going to say we ain't the only one selling lamb chops and waffles. I'm like, everybody doing chicken and waffles. Let's do Atlanta love lamb chops. Let's put them on some waffles and mix it up a little bit.
Right, and then it's a pink waffle. Like, when I tell you that right there, I saw a pink waffle. Let me see what it's talking about. It's probably not good. And it went crazy. So I'm gonna be honest with you. If that was your idea too, look,
that was.
You are a genius, because I'm hooked. I bought it 3 times already, and I've been here twice.
Yeah, I think the first time with the Barbie event, you bought one here.
I bought one to eat here and one to go.
Oh wow!
Yeah. And then the last time we was here, I bought it again, and I'm probably gonna do the same.
Oh, okay.
Today. So, yeah.
So where do you what was I about to ask? Like so the support system, like how is it getting people that you knew like to support you, or do you get most of your support from like people who don't know you? Like what is it?
I think because I'm new here. Like when I bought the building, I had only been here a year. So I moved here in 2020. So I bought the building in 2021. So I hadn't found my market or my people that I could like collaborate that can help me. So I started meeting people through my journey, like as the process went along, and them being my like, man, I'm just so thankful. Look, I want to cry just thinking about the people that have came, you know, like along the way to help me. So I feel like a lot of people came along the way, but then I also have my people back at home that, you know, motivated and inspired. I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Oh, wow.
You're a Bucks fan?
Yes, I am.
I think you're probably like
we
the
might
first.
have to cut this, honestly. A Bucks fan. A Bucks fan.
You're a Heat fan?
I'm a Heat fan. I'm a Heat
all
fan.
day long. Yes.
Okay.
How did you feel about the last year's final?
All right, we're not gonna get into all that. Let's reel it back in because I don't even want to go there.
Was it a sweep last year?
Let's not go there. Anyway, back to Milwaukee. You know, you're the first person I've actually like sat in a room with that's from there. So please, like, tell me what Milwaukee is like. Because I've heard things, but I don't know if it's like I need to hear it from somebody that's from there.
So I mean, Milwaukee, you know, it is.
Do you know who the Kia Boys are? Oh, what?
Listen. Do I know a Kia Boy personally? No. Okay. But do I know of what the Kia Boys are? Yes. Do
you have a Kia? Did you drive a Kia?
No, I didn't drive a Kia, thank goodness. Because, yes, it's that bad. But we are more than that. And I think that's what a lot of people hear about Milwaukee. They hear about, like, the crime and all the bad stuff. But we really have some, like, real strong, ambitious, hustler, go-getter type of people in our city. And because we're such a small city, you know, we next to Chicago, but we don't have, like, all the opportunities and that's there. So that's why we go so hard. So if you meet somebody from Milwaukee, you're going to see them doing some things because we driven, we ambitious, because we come from like the poverty and segregation. Like we still one of the most segregated cities in the country because like
crazy. All
African American people live in the heart of the city, which is Milwaukee. So anything outside of that, you won't see us. So they put us in this box, and it's up to you to, you know, create your own wave and path to get out of that. So that's why I feel like if you can make it there, we can make it anywhere in the world.
When did you move from Milwaukee?
2020, during COVID. I moved during the pandemic.
So did you move before or after the events that happened up there during COVID?
I moved right in the middle of everything that was happening. Yeah, right in the middle. But I had already like bought my home in the process, so like a couple of months prior, so it was already set in stone. And then I moved like June 2020, but right when the middle of everything was going. Yeah, so I went back. I was there when a lot of the stuff was happening. So
was it as bad as like you think the news like portrayed everything to be?
I would say yes, it was pretty bad. You know, it was pretty bad. And again, you know, they're tired. You know, they tired of the segregation and the separation. And it's like, you know, I think now as a country, it started happening everywhere after that. So it's like, okay, it's time. It just needs time to end. You know. So.
That's crazy.
So what do you like about Atlanta so far? You've been here for going on 3 years.
Yeah.
Your top 3 things and your bottom 3.
Yes.
I need to know.
The top one, of course, is the African American community, entrepreneurship, the collaboration, you ask somebody something, they're going to tell you. And if they don't know, they're going to find somebody that can help you. Like, I don't come from that, you know? So that right there alone is like, it kills all 3 because it's like, man, that is so good because people are so willing to help you. Like, if you really have an idea or a concept, you can really bring it to life down here in Atlanta. And that's anywhere you go, you know, and it ain't just like the city of Atlanta. This, you know, it's all suburbs, anywhere you go. Like, I feel like people are so willing to help. Also, I just like the diversity too. You know, I don't come from that as well. So the diversity as well. And then 3, I just love it. It's like, what else? I traveled a lot. You know, I've been traveling since I was young, 21. I done been Texas, LA, Miami, New York. And I just feel like it's no place like Atlanta. Like
Atlanta above Texas?
Yes. To
hey,
me,
listen, come on,
Texas
man.
too slow for me. See, I'm ambitious. I'm driven. Like, it's too slow. Texas got things going on. They got entrepreneurship, but Atlanta too fast. We one of the fastest growing like cities right now in our market. You know, coming from even like LA with movies being shot and all of that. Everybody coming down to Atlanta. So.
Yeah, then you stop too.
So your 3 worst though. What's your 3 worst?
I'm gonna say my worst.
Traffic.
Boy, 85.
And that's so crazy because what do I say? Like, oh, I don't like this about Atlanta, and that's so crazy for me to say because I avoid a lot of traffic. I don't know if it's because where I be at or the area is the route that I have to take, but I can take the streets a lot of places that I go, so I'm not stuck in traffic, and that's surprising because. But maybe because I moved during COVID, you got to remember people wasn't outside 2020, 21. It wasn't a lot of traffic, right? So I mean, I have got stuck in traffic, but it ain't as bad where I'm like, oh, I hate Atlanta because it is.
I don't like traveling between the hours of 3:30 and like 6, 7.
Really 7.
Like that, I don't want to switch sides of town in there.
And that's what I'm saying. It depends on what side of town you're going to.
Yeah, but if you're on the side that you live on, you should be straight.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
You get on 85 or 285, it's over with.
Yeah.
75.
I was stuck coming here.
I'm sure. It's so much traffic right now.
So you don't have really any.
I don't have, and that's a good thing for me. I don't have nothing that I would say bad about Atlanta. At first, people were like, the food not good. It's about where you eat. You gotta know the right places to go.
Talk to them.
Listen.
I'm sorry.
We're on your side.
Oh, okay,
we're on your
okay,
side.
okay.
No, we're about to start cooking.
We're about to start
cooking. What city do you think has the best food?
Now, if I had to pick, I'm gonna go with Chicago. Chicago got some good food. Of course, I'm from Milwaukee. Chicago got some good food. They don't miss. They do not miss.
Okay.
Chicago's fire.
So
Chicago's fire.
If somebody went to Chicago and they try like 5 restaurants, the chances of them having 5 restaurants that were all bad, you think are like slim to none, right?
See, it's a difference between bad food and bad service.
No, we're talking about the
we're talking about bad food.
Food. Okay,
food.
just the food.
That's hard to do, right?
That is hard. Okay. That is hard.
So what city do you think has the worst food?
If she say what I think she gonna say.
Where did I go? And I was just like,
Or overhyped, you know, like where was it?
Overhyped, I'm gonna say Miami. And
that's a good
yeah, like you go in Miami, especially in the area, it's just like y'all shouldn't be missing the way y'all missing on the food.
Yeah, it's
overpriced. It's just no.
Have you been to New Orleans?
I haven't. I need to go there just to eat. Okay. I haven't because I probably would have said New Orleans.
It's about to
you
be
probably
sad.
wouldn't have said that. You probably wouldn't have said that.
Y'all from New Orleans?
No, we're from here. But both of us separately went to New Orleans.
Worst experience of food.
Yeah, worst.
What?
The best thing in New Orleans that I had was Raising Cane's.
The best thing I had, and I know people about to say like, oh, listen, I went to 5 New Orleans restaurants, 2 little pop-ups.
Yeah.
Out of those 7, none of them were good. We stopped at the gas station on the way back and had Arby's.
Wow.
And that was the best thing I had.
Yeah, so when you go to New Orleans, we gonna do this again.
Okay.
We gonna ask about the food for sure.
Because that's why when we came back, that's why we shot the little pink waffle video.
Exactly.
It was terrible.
That was we was fresh.
Wow.
We were fresh.
Yeah.
Listen.
Fresh wounds.
Listen.
And I was very upset because it was like I was ready for the hype. Seafood, love seafood.
Asian,
I don't even like. I haven't even craved like seafood at all since
I haven't
been
had
back.
a piece of seafood since I've been back.
Wow.
It's that bad.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. I hope we didn't like scare you from going. Go.
Please
go.
No,
It's fun.
I want to go. Yeah.
It's fun,
Yeah.
but you're not gonna really like the food as much.
Oh wow.
So where did you get the inspiration behind your menu?
Yeah.
So okay, that was me again. So everything on the menu was my idea, my concept. The names on the menu. So every item on the menu has some type of like inspiration or motivation behind it. Like we have investment property.
Yeah.
We have the real estate.
Money in the bank.
Money in the bank. So it's
fire,
about
by the way.
Encouraging and pushing our people with a mindset of everything on this menu, assets, you know, stocks and bonds, mutual funds, that these are the things that we need to condition our mind that we should be having and should be working towards. So anytime you order something, when you see these names, it's supposed to really like educate, get your mindset going. To
just hearing those words.
Hearing the words to want to do those things.
That's creative. That's very creative. Listen. Sior Atl got it all. They got it all. And the Money in the Bank, I don't know what y'all put in that either.
Oh my God. It's
like
so much
that.
liquor.
It's so much liquor in that.
Listen, if you're on like on a date night in Atlanta, come
that.
to Sior Atl,
Fellas.
get the money in the bank.
Fellas,
all right?
bring your lady here. Get the money in the bank. She's like, oh my God, what is that? Look at the presentation. I promise you. She's like, oh, he got money.
Yeah,
And
they gotta check the Instagram though, because we're gonna have some events coming.
Because there's some events coming, and it might be something that's for dating. You know, we're working on something like that. Yeah.
So who would you say was like your favorite rapper?
Favorite Drake, of course.
Okay.
Let's think about that.
You know what? We about to be the best of friends ever.
Do I even have to think about that?
You see what I got on?
Come on, October's on.
Oh, he got an OVO.
Yeah, it's OVO. It's OVO.
That's crazy.
So
it's my birthday in October, so come on.
Look, hey, let's have a Drake night.
Yeah,
let's just do a Drake.
Listen,
the album comes out
tonight. Is supposed to drop tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, we need to get this set up for next week.
Yeah.
We need to do a Drake listening party. What is y'all doing?
You know what?
I'm gonna
What
be
is
out
we-
there.
Y'all heard it here first, man. Oh, he's gonna be out the state, out the country.
When y'all come back,
Out
it
the
ain't gonna
country.
be too late.
It's not gonna be too late. It's never too late for Drake. Never too late for Drake.
We should like put together like a menu,
A Drake menu?
or a drink,
yes.
like the views. You know,
Ooh.
nothing was the same. Like
hold
like
that thought. They might steal that. Somebody might steal that. Hold that.
Listen,
on,
it's
we
gonna be
can talk
emotion
about
by the time they see
Hold
this.
that. Hold that thought.
But yeah,
Like you get like a tequila sunrise. Like, is there a way to make like the orange juice like white though? Like, if you do like a mixture like that,
White orange
with like
juice? You know what? You might be onto something.
like white and red. Views was like bluish.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Nothing was the same.
take care could be like a rum, like a mule, like type thing.
In a gold
Got some
gold
options.
cup.
Yeah.
or
Listen.
even if we can't create the new drinks, we can just change the menu names.
Or
Drink
that.
menu and
Change
just
the name.
to the
Change the
album
Yeah.
titles.
That's even better. Easier.
Listen,
Yeah, and we could play like the whole.
Could we make
Listen.
When is his when his tour
concert
comes?
is
When the-
actually here.
Yeah,
When?
the day the 28th.
of September.
So we're doing come on now.
I'm gonna be honest though. I'm gonna be at the show.
No.
Oh, you talking about
it's gonna be like
that
a
week?
day before or the day
and
after.
it's a Sunday too.
Oh,
The
it's
show-
so
the
so we
show's
do
on
a
Monday.
Saturday night.
The show's on Monday and Tuesday.
Okay.
So Sunday, a Drake brunch.
Is Drake brunch on Sunday.
Listen, let's do it.
Hey.
I'm so down.
That's
I'm
hard.
so
And then play
down.
nothing but Drake.
Boy.
Listen.
You don't even need to go get a DJ for that. I
Okay.
can do that.
Okay. Let's do
I can
it.
that.
Yes.
Listen, y'all heard it here first. It's gonna be Drake Day. Drake brunch. We gotta think of a creative name for that.
Yeah.
We
But
gotta
who
think of a
else is your other favorite rapper?
creative- It's Pink in here.
It's Pink.
It's
Of
Pink.
course.
It's here.
Nicki Minaj. Like, come on. 10-year, 20-year run. Like, nothing tops Nicki Minaj at all.
Okay, so
Like,
let me ask you this: is Nicki Minaj the greatest female rapper to ever come out?
For me, in my era, because I'm in the era of Nicki Minaj, I think yes.
I don't think nobody rap better than Nicki Minaj.
No.
Like Nicki
Yeah.
Minaj. Nicki
I can-
Minaj
yeah.
might be top 7 rappers of all time.
Okay, you might be reaching a little bit. But
What?
No, of all time.
Of all time.
all time is crazy.
Did you see what
Top
she did to
7?
them at Munster on Munster?
Yeah, but
She took everybody from that era and crushed them.
whoa.
She
didn't have
Top
the
7 all time.
She carried a whole era on her back. Who else did that with nobody, no competition?
Drake.
Well, okay,
No, we
okay.
talking about
with no
women.
comp, with no comp.
With no comp. Nobody was in her era running with Nicki.
Nobody was.
Now, if
running
you
at the
go
time.
before her era,
Nobody was running with Nicki. I will say that.
No,
Yeah. 'Cause
from
we had-
20, man, what? Ooh.
We had Krayshawn. Oh my God, that was horrible. We had Krayshawn trying to keep up with Nicki, but yeah, okay, because Nicki Minaj was 2008, really.
Yeah, 20
Yeah, that
2008.
whole run, 10 years,
And
all
she's
the
still
way.
dropping.
And she's still dropping.
And then I'm worried about the album. Is the album gonna be good? Was Pink? Was it the blue, Pink print too?
It's Pink Friday.
Pink
too.
Friday too.
Yeah, or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. So you think this is gonna be her best album?
We gotta see. I'm not sure, but we gotta see. I think so. I think she's gonna go all in with this. Like, I think this a new Nicki. This mom Nicki.
This is mommy
Wife
Nicki.
Nicki. This a whole nother. And she know now it's a new era of
Yeah.
women. So she
Yeah.
knows she gotta come a little hard. Like,
Yeah.
So how do you feel about these new female artists? How do you feel about them? The Sexy Reds.
Sexy Red, the most authentic rapper to ever touch this planet. Facts.
you know.
Facts. I don't care what nobody says.
Okay, she's tough. What do you think?
Listen, I'm all for I love, okay, so a lot of people, you know, I come from the hood. I come from that, you know, so I'm happy that women are getting to live their truth. Whatever her lifestyle, that's her lifestyle. I might not agree with it, but how she's carrying this era with just being her true, authentic self, I love that. You know, do I agree? Because I have little daughters. You know what I'm saying? Do I agree with the image that's being put out? Would I let my kids listen to it? No, not ever. But far as who she is and what she's standing on, I think it's dope for those women to have a time to shine. You know, they call women bougie, ghetto, whatever they call for all these years. And it's like, that don't take away talent. That don't take away greatness, because it's a lot of us born in those type of environments that are very successful, you know? Yeah. So, I love it.
So when Nicki comes out, you think she's taking the game back over, or
Nicki coming back to get her crown? Like, the crown ain't even been took. Nicki
That's what I'm
is
saying.
coming.
Cardi had a run. Oh, I might have started a fight in here. Let me stop. I'm finna get booted off the podcast.
I let Cardi's feature
Cardi,
run,
but
but
everybody see the face.
here's my problem with the Cardi. I love Cardi. Cardi is fire.
And
right?
she was authentic too when she came out, and that's why people loved and respected her as well.
When Kendrick dropped to Pimp a Butterfly, the whole music industry said, you cannot be a legend with only 2 albums. Cardi B has 1 album. So if everybody believes you cannot be a legend with only 2 albums or less, Cardi can't be a legend, bro. She can't.
She's a legend in the feature game.
Yo, for sure.
For sure. She can.
Crazy feature run.
Yeah.
But like,
I feel it. Nicki got the crown. Nicki got the crown. I gotta appreciate Nicki more, because I went back and listened to Pink Friday 1.
Yeah.
For sure. The way she rapped on Monster and all, even go back to her mixtapes, crazy. Like,
Autobiography, one of the best like songs ever. Come on, man. Ever. I want you to name 6 male rappers better than Nicki Minaj. Go ahead.
Drake, Lil Wayne, J. Cole, Kendrick, Tupac, Biggie.
Okay, you stretch with Biggie, all right. Tupac, Nicki Minaj raps better than Tupac. Nicki Minaj, she does. Give me a Tupac bar right now.
What are you talking about? Tupac bar? I can give you a whole song.
Give me a Tupac bar that made you say, "Wow, how did he come up with that?" Go ahead.
Let me think. Jesus Christ, I hate when he does this, because now I gotta think for real.
I could give you Drake bars all day. Adios mios, the ice is free on the Jesus. Come on, I could come up with Drake bars. I could come up with Lil Wayne bars.
It's with Tupac for me, because I was raised in a house where it was nothing but Tupac. That's how my dad was. And
brainwashed.
I'm not brainwashed. It's good music. It's good music.
The music is good.
It's very good. It's great.
Lyricism though.
He got some. I'm gonna play some shit when we leave, bro.
Hit 'em Up got no lyrical quotables. It got like some look, he's roasting, but no lyrical quotables.
That's what rap was back then. What? Don't look at me like that.
All right.
This man looking at me crazy. Anyway, back to our amazing guest. I want to say thank you for like all of this, because like this is inspirational to not only just women, but just Black people in general, like African American. This community. Like seeing one person that's like you, just like us,
right?
Yeah.
True,
do this, and not only do you have this, but I did some research, and I hope you don't think I'm weird.
Okay.
But real estate developer. Can we talk about that?
Yes.
Can we talk about that?
Yes. So of course, so maybe like 7 years, I kind of stepped into the real estate game because it was like, okay, what really can get you in a position to generate wealth, right? So I want to be able to pass down wealth to my kids. So they like real estate. So I started buying properties. So back in my hometown, single family homes. And then I was like, okay, what's next? And then that's what led me into the commercial space. I was like, I want to get into commercial property. And then I'm like, okay, I want to start developing. Like, how can I start developing where we can do apartment homes, hotels? Like, I'm just, my mind just never stopped. I'm a risk taker. So, start partnering with my developer friends. So we're kind of working on right now developing like multi-family apartment homes. And then obviously I redeveloped this whole building because it looked like, if you've seen the pictures, y'all would be like, oh wow, like it was old like school. Yeah. So every wall, every crevice of this building was redeveloped. So I did that. School? It was like a mental health school downstairs. So it was carpet. It was crazy. This did not look nothing like this.
This is crazy. Hearing that makes this even wilder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
So yeah, my goal is to do a hotel. Like I want to really do a hotel, get into that space, and just building like single family homes for like families, single moms, and just still being a leader for someone to be like, okay, look, we can do this. They've been doing this for this long.
Right.
We can do this too. Like let's start tapping into this market of ownership and owning like the properties, the land, and not being able to let anyone take nothing from you.
I don't know if anybody told you today, but you are a very inspirational person.
Yeah.
No, like seriously,
Thank
seriously,
y'all.
like just hearing this and just like seeing it is amazing.
Thank y'all. I appreciate it.
How long do you think the process was to get like Sior to where it is now?
So I purchased the property December 2021. I mean, and we just opened May 2023. So it was a journey. Like it was a lot of roadblocks, and it was, again, I was new in the commercial space, so all the licensings and the permits and the rezone, I had to rezone the whole building, go before the board. It was so many roadblocks that I was like, I'm finna quit. I cannot do this. It was like everything that could have happened for them to not let this happen happened.
Yeah.
Like it just kept being, and then every time they was trying to give me my license to open, they kept failing me. I probably failed permits and zoning, health inspection. Oh my God, like 10, 20 times. So like every time it failed for almost a whole year. So, and it was a process, but what I love about that journey was like now I can go open a restaurant in London if I want to. Like I can go anywhere in the world and open and know the process. And now I can teach people who want to do those type of things because now I went through it all. Like I know they can't take it from me. So I needed them roadblocks. It was like, God, like, no, you need to go through this. Because if I'd have opened when I thought I wanted to open, this would have been a restaurant. Like, come on, one of the hardest industries in the world to open.
Yeah, true.
For sure.
So that's big. Like, it's really like, and it's still a lot.
Yeah, 2 years is
2 years is that's crazy.
and that comes from you. This is your first restaurant.
This is my first restaurant. I know nothing about a restaurant.
What made you pick like restaurant? Like, are you like a foodie?
I just seen the space. So whoever does it, Atlanta, we got a lot of architects and good creative buildings. So whoever designed this building, they just had a piece of paper and was like, I'm gonna do this. Y'all see the building? It's so unique in every single area. So it was the building, like walking to this space, and it was like, okay, wait, I could do this over here, this over there. It was like every vision that I had, it was a room for it.
Yeah.
So, and I'm a creative person. I like create in my sleep. So it was just like, okay, every day I'm like looking for ideas, coming up with stuff. Like, so it just worked.
Yeah,
it really
crazy.
just worked because when you seen it, it was people were walking in here like, this gonna be a what? A restaurant? Like that space alone, that was like a classroom. It was like, this gonna be a what?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna turn this classroom into a commercial kitchen. So it was just like everything was from scratch.
I think even like I think like even like walking up here, I seen it. Like you have a vision of like what you think it may look like. Then you get here and you're like,
right.
I didn't know this.
am I at the right place?
That's how it was when I first got here.
That's what the sign says. Then you walk in and it's like it reminds me of like European architecture. The outside looks just architecture-y. You go on the inside and it could look very modern.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, whoa, like look at that. So I got the vibe.
Because I'll be honest, when I pulled up the first time, I was like, I think I'm in the wrong place. I was like, ain't no way.
Yeah.
But then when you walk up to the building, first of all, you walk up the pink carpet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I talk about the pink carpet. We walk up the pink carpet, and it's like, what? This is in here?
Yeah.
So this is probably one of the most creative buildings I've ever seen.
Wow.
In real life, like this is.
I think you can you could probably like franchise Sior.
You could definitely
for sure.
do
Like
that.
Sior Houston, Sior Miami.
I've thought about it.
Sior New York, Sior London, because you did say London.
I did say
You
London.
said London.
Yes, I get a lot of inspiration from London. I feel like that's one of the most creative spaces when it comes to like restaurant. They so far ahead of the game. It's like wow.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to visit and get.
You know who got the best food though? African food, man. African food. Look, I'm dying on the hill, man. I went to one Jollof festival. I'm hooked. I'm hooked. All right. Like, so I would definitely like venture into that way too. Like, get a restaurant over there. This is your motherland. Come on.
Sior Motherland is crazy.
Sior
Motherland is crazy.
Yeah.
So, okay, let me ask you this. If you could open up a Sior in any country, any one city, where would it be?
Dubai, of course.
Dubai?
In a couple of years, I'm gonna move to Dubai. So I'm like,
have you been there?
Dubai. I've been there twice,
I
and I
went to
love
Dubai
it.
this year.
It's
And
like
I
that out
love
there?
it.
The greatest place on
You
earth.
can lick the ground. It's so clean. I ain't never been to
Literally.
a country that clean. It's clean. And to know that they built all that in 20 years, it's like
It's
sick.
crazy.
20
And
years.
20
Yes.
years, Dubai only been built from 20, when they started, 2005 or 10? Yeah,
Yeah.
2005. All that started in 2005.
Yeah, like they really like all the stuff you see
whole,
now.
the architecture
Yeah,
is
that's-
crazy. It's
still
man-made.
pretty
They
new.
build it
It's
in
still
like
pretty new.
robots.
Yeah, it's crazy out there.
Yeah, and
Dubai was
it's,
probably the best experience I've ever had in my life.
that's like my favorite. I've probably been in 7 countries. That's still my top favorite country in the world.
What are
Like,
the other
I
ones you
can
went to?
live. Huh?
What are the other countries you went to?
I went to China. I've been to China before.
How was that?
Oh, now this was before COVID. So I went to China in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
And all I'm gonna say is it looked like COVID was started over there. That is.
Oh, but they say like in China, like
Oh
It's
my
packed. It's
God.
packed.
yeah, they
It's
say
packed.
like the
Packed.
cigarette smoke out there.
It
That's
is
why a lot of
smog, yeah.
That and the cleanliness, like, you know, they don't. In our culture, we have respect. Like, if we sneeze, we bless you, we cover our mouth.
Yeah.
Like, they cough, sneeze. Like, it's so, you in a public bathroom, you got a pee setting up. It's weird. It's like, nasty.
Yeah,
The food was
What?
look at the Airbnbs and like, just go. Yeah.
We went to Gansu. Now, again, I went to the factory area,
Yeah.
but Gansu, China, oof, no.
Okay.
Okay,
So
so-
China,
no-
Dubai.
China, Dubai. I've been to Cabo. I've been to Mexico.
Okay.
Where else I just went to? Jamaica. I've been to. I gotta look on my thing. I've been to Puerto Rico.
Okay.
I've
Okay.
been to Switzerland.
Oh, how was
How
that?
was Switzerland?
I didn't stay too long in Switzerland, but it was different. Like, the food and products that they use, I mean, it's so bland. It was not good at all. I was so ready to go. And it's like cloudy and like depressing a little bit. I
Really?
was like, but now again, it was just the part that I went through.
Yeah.
too. So it was not a place that I was like,
Let me go back.
It's
I
pretty
gotta
nice.
get to Japan. That's what I gotta
yeah.
get to.
I want to go to Japan and Singapore. Like,
That's
Singapore
next
is
year.
Crazy.
Singapore, what's up?
You ever seen Crazy Rich Asians?
Yeah, Singapore.
Yes.
They say is like the cleanest country, right?
I don't see
think-
nothing topping Dubai.
I think
Dubai was
Sing-
the cleanest place I've
In the
ever
world, we
Like-
might have to Google it. It might be for real.
They might be
Countries.
neck and neck. But
Because
Dubai was
Singapore, I
crazy.
know like you can go to jail or you can get in trouble. I'm not gonna say jail, but you can get in trouble for like chewing gum in
Yeah, that's
public.
Dubai.
Oh, for real too?
Dubai,
Oh,
yeah. I drank water
kiss or
outside, and somebody was like, "You need to put that away."
What?
Yeah, I had a water bottle, and he was like, just so, well, it was during Ramadan too.
Yeah.
But they
Okay.
was like, "Yeah, put that away."
Yeah,
Like
straight.
ASAP. Yeah, they was not playing with me. They was not playing. It's different out there, but I understand why, because you got to keep up with it. It's so like,
I said I never been to a country where I want to live. I would live there, and the opportunities for not just black people, but anybody. They want people to come there and
They
start
want you to move
businesses,
there,
bring
yeah.
opportunity. They so open to like, come on, what y'all want to do?
Yeah.
Scary. It was scary. It was scary the very first time that I went there. Now it ain't as scary, but
Yeah.
it was scary the first time I went.
I heard like you stepped your big toe out of like the city. Like
Oh, it might be a little.
yeah.
I went to old Dubai, and I mean the people are very friendly. It's just they look mean.
They
but
look. That's
not.
why I said my
They
scary. It's
look
just
mean.
the look.
They
You know, and you
look
only
mean.
can see their eye. You know.
Yeah,
so.
they
Yeah.
look mean, but everybody I talked to, they were so welcoming, and they love
Yeah, they
Americans.
was
over there.
friendly.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, they love Americans. Oh my God! In my experience,
Yeah.
I can't speak for everybody, but from what I saw and the people that I was with all groups of American, and every single time we went anywhere, people were so nice. Oh my God, how you doing?
Yeah.
But there was like, you can't like look at somebody's wife though. Like,
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
it's
for
it's
sure.
very different.
Very territorial
Very
like that.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you look at somebody, they're like,
What you
What's going
looking
on?
at?
Right.
Yeah.
Serious.
but it's so clean and safe up. They say the prince, he goes around with no security and nobody bothers him, because if you bother him,
Oh yeah.
it's over with.
And I love how they respect their president. Their president is everywhere in their house. Like, I never seen a country respect their president. Like,
Yeah.
it's
Oh, for real?
Crazy. They like honor
It's to picture
that
him
man.
everywhere.
Yes. Like he's God. It was like, oh wow.
I'm gonna have to watch the documentary on him
Bro.
and see how he did it.
Please.
It's
Cause
just
I
like-
know
He's got like 4 or 5 like compounds out there.
Oh wow.
And he been that person for like 20 years. It never changed.
It's a
he's
family
been the
thing. It's a
same
family thing. They just
president.
pass it down whenever because it's like I guess it's a prince or something.
Yeah.
Whenever the older one passes, we move it on down to the next person in line.
Oh, so it's like
Yeah, it's like they don't have a government.
what did they call it in America? Nepotism. That's what it is. The president is.
Yes.
They pass it to like a family member.
They don't. Yeah, basically. Yeah, but they don't really have. Like I said, there's no really true government there.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they ain't no,
Just stay president.
they just got rules, and like you follow these, you good. You don't, we don't know what happens.
Yeah. What's the country that you want to go to?
I'm so excited. I want to go to like Thailand, of course. I want to go
cool.
there. I want to go to Greece.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go to Bali.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, they're my like top places that I want to go next. So, and Maldives, of course. Like,
Yeah. So would you say you're like a more of a city person, like architecture, like nature? Out in the water.
I'm an architecture person, obviously, because I'm into like buildings and construction and all this stuff that I
Yeah.
never thought before. It's so like fascinating to me.
Yeah.
Nature, a bug drop on me, I'm gonna run. Like, so I'm not big on nature. I love it, but I would say architecture for sure.
You rather look at nature from outside your window.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
I feel it.
I gotta be in nature, bro. Like,
Yeah, I like moving around, but like she said, a bug touched me. It's over with.
like I like lights at night. Like I'll see like the buildings at night, but like during the day, I gotta get sunlight. It's something about it's depressing being not in sunlight. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, that's true.
So how did COVID affect like you and your like business ventures and stuff?
For me, because I had a home healthcare company, I was considered. We stayed open because we had to provide care to people.
Essential worker.
Yeah. So we was essential. So thank God my business didn't stop. The operations didn't stop. It kind of picked up. So that didn't affect me as well. I didn't have this going on just yet. But I mean, it affected me because, like, far as my move, I wasn't able to do like a going away party with my family and friends. It just kind of like took that little moment of like moving to another state away.
Yeah.
So I wasn't too happy about that. But
Has any of your family or friends from Milwaukee come here and been in Sior yet?
yeah, they have. When I had my grand opening, my soft opening and my grand opening, a lot of my family and friends flew down and supported me.
That's what's up.
And they was here and they was proud. Like, they was just like, wow, you did this. You know, coming from where I come from, it was really big. My city was very much proud of me.
Yeah.
Very proud of me. So.
Like I said, you an inspiration. You
Yeah.
inspired me. I'm trying to go build something.
Okay.
So-
Let's start a restaurant.
So with you
Yeah.
being like a mother, how do you feel about like the Keke Palmer situation?
Oh man.
Now again,
I heard that
I
your
didn't-
boyfriend's
I know. I
looking
didn't
for
dig
you.
too deep in it. Y'all might have to tell me the story. I did know like she danced on Usher, so I don't know the whole backstory before I make my opinion about
Yeah,
it.
so like she did the Usher thing, and then
The baby daddy
Yeah, the baby daddy had an issue.
got on Twitter and said,
Started
"Come
talking.
on, your mom."
Yeah,
Right.
and she like left him, and then she did the boyfriend song
Yeah,
with Usher.
she
She did the
did.
music video.
I did see that
Yeah.
part.
Yeah.
Now, if I'm in a relationship, especially with my kids, that I don't think I would definitely dance on another man, or because I think it was about the dress, right? He didn't want her to
Yeah.
wear. Me personally, I don't wear them type of clothes. Like, I might wear something sexy, but not, women. That's to each his own.
It's
So
grown woman
it's
sexy.
like that's just a little bit too much for me. Like, I don't like showing my body that much, so I wouldn't have did that. And especially in a relationship, because you gotta have boundaries. In
Yeah.
a relationship, it ain't too much about being controlling, but I think you set boundaries when you in a relationship, because we know, like, your man wouldn't be happy with you.
Yeah.
'Cause why would you do that?
Yeah.
So, but we don't know what goes on behind, goes on at
Behind
home
closed doors,
behind
yeah.
closed doors. So, who knows? People try to do spiteful things.
Oh,
He could have
yeah.
did something. It could have been some get back, because it was very much like, okay, she was like trying to do this thing.
It
What
was
it was
some crazy
giving,
get back.
it is. But we don't know what he did as well.
Yeah.
So because like if you do you be on the internet a lot, or you kind of just
A
like
little bit. I'm so busy. Like
was about to
when I
say.
lay down to try to catch up with what's going on,
sleep.
my eyes is closed, so I don't catch up with everything that's going on in media. No.
So like, I would say in music, media, all of that. Like, there's like this. We don't need significant others anymore. Like that rhetoric is kind of going around. Men think they don't need women. Women think they don't need men. What will be your take on that, like, ideology?
I kind of hate that. And I just heard Neo Independent a couple days ago with my homegirl. And I was like, you know what? You started this independent whole trend back in 2008. You the one, right? Like, because it's like, yeah, you independent, you this. Because I used to be that girl. Like, okay, I'm independent. I'm a single mom. I'm doing it. I'm on my stuff. I don't need no man. I don't need nobody. And I always been like that. I always operated in that space. And that was a good thing for me because it's like never waiting on nobody, whether that's a man or anybody. I always had that type of hustle in me. But now in today's world, I feel like, no, look, I'm tired of being independent. To my husband, I'm tired of being independent. I don't want to be independent anymore. I'm tired. And again, I don't want to be a housewife. Like a lot of women want a rich man or a husband to sit at home, raise the kids, and be a housewife. That's not me. I gotta have my own going on. Whether I'm a landlord, whether I got some restaurants running, I'm gonna get up and go to work. I just want to be able to have the two, like you said. To go back to the point, two is better than one. You know, doing it on your own, and it's not even really about the money. Like, being a hardworking woman in the industry or doing what I'm doing, like, I want to go home and vent to my man. Like, I want to talk to him about my day, about my problems. When something going on, I need to be able to just have that person, my person, where I can laugh with, I can cry with. We can sit on the porch in our robes and drink coffee and just talk about life. Like, I think it's so, we have got to this thing where it's about money. That it took away, like, the love and all the other things. Now, again, that don't mean that I might be because I'm a successful woman. So I think it's harder right now for women because before it was men that was all successful. Now it's women. You got a lot of successful women, but the shortage of men. So it's already a disconnect, and I think that's where the disconnect happened. It's like, okay, as a successful woman, we've been conditioned, well, you need to settle. It shouldn't be like this. And a lot of times it's like, okay, I think we did that for a long time. And I don't think women want to settle no more either, But that don't mean, okay, to go to I'm not going to say her name, but like she was like, well, I'm not going to date a man that work a 9 to 5. Like, I think that's crazy. You know what I mean? Because, no, I would date a man with a 9 to 5. You know what I mean? But I just think the ambition, the driven, it just plays a lot into kind of what you're looking for in your person.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, they don't know compromise.
Correct.
Like, to be in a relationship. Because you're meeting somebody that's on a journey. You don't know where they are in their journey. They may be more successful than you in business, but you may be more successful than them in communication.
There you go.
Right? So, like, though they may outpace you on money, you may be able to say, hey, how do we make sure our bills are paid and we get X, Y, and Z? You're able to communicate those things. True. I feel like people are like, if this track I'm on deviates, stops, or anything from where I think I want it to go, like, they're just not with it. Like, the smallest things. So I think that's really, people need to be back in team sports.
True.
Like,
we gotta understand how to, like you said, the being able to collaborate and communicate and just, like you said, compromise. It's in 3 C's.
And I think a lot of people have fake friends now. And not because, like, they're fake because they do whatever to hang around each other. A lot of people are friends with people over the internet. You don't even know this person.
Right.
So this person who's yay to everything, you don't even know them. To know that they're a good person. So
getting to know and connect. And COVID kind of took away that even more because now everybody just connecting via media, not more in person. And that's why I think it's important now to have more in-person events and meeting people and doing things to bring that connection back with some of those event ideas we talked about, because it's like we need that. Like, we need to sit at the round. Like, we really need to do, like, I don't know if it's called a podcast, but we need a group of 10, 20 men and a group of 10, 20 women, and we just need to sit down and talk.
The Jubilee episodes? We can shoot those in here.
Yes, and the whole thing.
10 men, 10 women?
Yes, and we can just hear each other out, and let's figure out and blast this all over the media because we need to hear each other out. Let's hear from y'all perspective and y'all hear us from our perspective because I think that's another disconnect. We're not hearing each other. Like y'all got men got their one mindset, women got their own. Yeah. But it's like, listen, why it's our race? We are the most divided when we need each other the most. Like we need each other so bad, and it's crazy that
I don't think we're the. I think the media pushes that we're the most divided. I think we're the most together. Because if you look at other races, I'm not claiming to know, but what I do know that I see is that man goes to work. Even if the woman stays home or whatever she's doing, they live two separate lives. Yeah. Even though their household is one, they're not together. Like our community is very like we do
connected,
stuff to
we understand each other. And I kind of think we date more too, like people who come from where we come from or like understand, got the same goals, so we are more connected with like, okay, so we understand each other a little more.
Yeah. So we'll come up with something. That men's and women.
Because I've been talking about that for a minute. Like we need a whole little round table session because we need to get the men in the room, the women in the room, and we need to just talk, hear each other, come up with some questions. Y'all host for the men, me and Sheik host for the girls, and we just like get people a clear understanding, answer questions that the world want to know. Like there's a lot of questions. We put a poll out to see what do y'all want to hear from men. Why do they not want to date? Like why do they want to have 2-3 different women? You know, we can come up with all kind of ideas.
I think like the polygamy war has got to. These guys got to stop. Like they read a couple books and think that you can't even take care of one woman, boy.
Is crazy.
Like there's the ones who can. Like they really like are on some. We're building a thing, but a lot of the dudes who talk about polygamy, it's not a we thing. It's a I thing. Yeah. Like it's a I want this, not I want this so we. Right? I think that's a lot of dudes' problems. You can't even see somebody else's dream, right? So then you end up crushing girls' dreams in the mix. So girls found out like I can make my dream come true myself now, and now it's like you gotta listen.
Yeah. And I'll be honest, I feel like a lot of men these days are more intimidated by women that have that mindset. And it's crazy. You would think that would be attractive. Yeah. A woman that's got it all together. Please.
That's what they say they want though until they get it. And then even for the men too, like a lot of men, you know, they want women to stay down in their down times, and a lot of women been doing that for years, but when they get up, they go date a white woman. And I think that's why let's talk about it, y'all. Let's talk about it. All the successful men, they go, I'm sorry, I didn't check this mention. They go and they find and they leave us, you know, and that's why a lot of women now are not willing to settle with men in their down times. A lot of women are more like, well, I'll just be single or I'm not going to date because they have put up with the cheating, all the stuff that women did. And then they still get successful, and then they leave you for a white girl. They ain't a rap about that, you know, and then he did it his damn self. Like, come on. Get on and leave for a white girl. Like, for real.
He did do that. He
did.
But like,
was a billionaire though.
The crazy, true. But then he went and got another one though.
He did go get another one.
But dang, like, damn, I was about to say something.
Cause y'all know I'm not lying.
Hey, no,
that's another.
Whoa, he's caught out all the athletes.
The only thing is people got to understand who they're staying down for, though, right? Yeah. Because that's the other side of the conversation. A lot of people seen their mom go get a man that didn't let them work. So they get in school and start fishing for, oh, he's really smart, he's athletic, he's going to the league. So you're staying down with the man, but not because of who you think he is. Right. What you think is the pot of gold at the end.
That's true.
Right?
Meal ticket.
Yeah, for sure. Meal ticket. Like, I told somebody the other day, like, you have to make decisions in life. Like, you're going to have to live with this consequence forever. People be like, oh, it's just if you think today is just a day, you're going to string together a lot of days you think are just today. And a year from now, you're going to have a year worth of consequences pile up on you at one time. Yeah. Like.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just trying to be nosy down.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. But we'll wrap this up. We'll
wrap it.
Yeah.
Because
I just wanted to look.
Oh no.
Because I'm not gonna hold you. We need to put that together. That round table. We have different ages in here too.
Different ages and people in different careers. You know, people who work, professionals. You know, just mix it up because it's, you know, again, like you know, it's just different areas that people gonna have different advice about. So I think we need to mix it up. Different ages, different careers.
And I think it'll help too, because a lot of people live in like echo chambers. Like they say things and they hear people repeat the same thing back to them. Yeah. You put people, and when you get people in rooms with other people, they shut down. Because like you've never even heard like a opposing opinion. And I don't hate you. I just don't believe the same thing you do. And people like shut down after that. Like the girl, you seen the girl in Target? That they had like it was like a flash mob in Target.
I didn't see that.
Oh, and then she got on here. She was like the racist Target people, which
yeah. No, I did see that.
And it's like you're disturbing their business. Like somebody in her life needs to tell her, like,
like you causing a commotion.
Yeah, you're causing a. If you had a business and you had 30 people show up screaming music and playing off a speaker, shooting a music video. On your private property.
Let's ask her. How would you feel about that?
Okay, ask the question. Because I didn't see the video.
So say you're conducting an event like today.
Okay.
And during that event, you have 10 girls walk in. They have a camera. They turn on their Beats pill. And they start blasting music and doing a dance number routine walking through your event. What would your response to that be?
I would handle it like, I'm sorry, ladies. You know, we're having an event right now. You know, I can put y'all in a private room if y'all would like. You know, I just would handle it like accordingly.
Yeah, but so, you wouldn't let that just
now, like out. if you were talking to them and their cameraman moved over and they switched directions and kept dancing while you're trying to redirect them, then what would your next response be?
So I'll give them another try. Like, okay, listen now. Okay, I done asked you once. We doing an event. Would y'all like to be in a private room? The next thing is gonna be, I'm gonna have to get security.
Yeah, it's gonna have to get real physical.
You have a tweet of the day?
I had one. I have one, and let's talk about it. We
did a segment called Tweet of the Day.
Okay.
Which is not even called Twitter no more.
It's not called Twitter. It's not called Twitter. It's X.
So post of the day, I guess.
Post of the day. So hold on, I'm about to bring it up real quick. I hate premium tripping. We can go to it.
Go ahead. I have no idea what this tweet is.
All right. So I don't know if you've seen, there's like a story on the internet. There's a girl, she had a baby by a dude that had 6 kids already.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I've seen a little bit, but I didn't see the backstory.
All right. So the tweet is from Alexis Tyler. And it says, deadbeat parents are not seeing heaven. I'm sorry. A single mother at 22 and this man has at least 6 kids. Now, off of this tweet, I want to go here with it. Do we put some, not blame, but should we look at the girl
responsibility
crazy and some accountability for having a child by a man that already had 6 kids?
For sure. I'll be telling a lot of women now that I'm in my late 30s, now I think a lot of
late
stuff
30s.
that's...
Really?
Yes, I'm 34. So I'm about to be 35 in October, 10/10. October.
I did not think you was in your 30s. I'm going to be honest with you.
Well, how old did y'all think I was?
I thought you was like 28.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, okay, good. That's a good thing. But no. Wow. Yes. So I'm about to be 35. But so I have grown and went through the 20s. Now I'm in my 30s. And I think women need to start taking more accountability. So you have to take accountability. And that took a lot of growth. That took a lot of growth.
Look at the camera and say that one more time.
Women need to start taking more accountability for the actions and the positions that they put themselves in, especially when it comes to relationships and men. So a lot of times, yes, women are now, and again, but see, if you young and 21, they don't know no better. But if you in your 30s, you know better. Like, you know better to keep putting yourself in the same cycles you done been in when you was 20s. That don't make sense. So to even lay up with a man with 6 kids and not have, unprotected sex, I think that's, but she's 22, so she don't
25.
know. Okay, 25 now, that she should know, So again, we know stuff happened because it could have been a thing. These men are not truthful too. She probably didn't even know the man had 6 kids. So that could have been a case too.
Listen, if I'm going to be having unprotected sex with somebody, we have known each other enough. I should have known something.
True. Y'all people is wild out here in the street. They don't even know people's names.
That's insane.
It is very insane.
It's insane.
It's very insane.
And people be having people at their house. Look, I was taught, 1, what happens in this house stays in this house. 2, don't have people over my house that you don't know that they're good people. Like, you have to know these things. Like, your house is your safe space. As a woman, especially, like.
Correct. No one should be at your house. Yeah, especially if you got kids. So.
That's crazy.
No.
I'm glad you used that A word. That
accountability
word.
Accountability.
You use the word accountability, and it's like holy water on witches, bro.
I'm telling you.
You pull that out.
I'm telling you.
No.
Oh my God,
I
what?
think that is so big. And for relationships now, I think a lot of times we need to stop and just start taking more accountability. I think that alone will help create more longevity when it comes to relationships if people just stop and was like, okay, you know what, you right, and kill it in a moment. Like, I think, you know, in our younger years, you know, people want to be stubborn or whatever and hold on to it. No, that's the path that I'm walking in right now. It's just like taking accountability for my actions. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and I want to learn from it.
And so it's not just women. It's not just women.
Oh yeah, men too.
No,
men too.
Oh, for sure.
Well, I don't want men to. Well, I'm in a loving relationship now, so I really don't care. But before, my ideology was, y'all can keep being bad men. That just makes me
look like a
better. So like, y'all do y'all over there. But so Glorilla just dropped a clip where she said, be toxic in your 20s. You know, like, you're gonna live, you learn, be as toxic as you can before your 30s, and then move forward in life.
I don't think that's something I would tell somebody to do. If you toxic in your 20s. I would rephrase it to something more like, you know, just, you know, I don't even know the right word. Like, I wouldn't use toxic though.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of another word. Like, you young, you know, just live life, just have fun. Experience things, you know, because when you get 30, it's another level in the next chapter that people just don't, you can't even explain it to nobody because you just gonna feel it. It's like that growth that comes with that next chapter. It's like, why did I do that? But you live and you learn. So you need to go through stuff so you can grow through it. And I think that's what really made people, you know, a better person.
Gotta go through the growth through. I like that.
I don't like the Glorilla thing because, like, imagine I think I used this analogy already, but imagine, like, you're a piece of fruit, and for years this fruit has been known to be, like, toxic to people. Would you ever eat that fruit? No matter, now they say it's not toxic anymore, but everybody knows this used to be poisonous and kill you.
Yeah.
Would you eat that?
Absolutely not.
Exactly.
Absolutely not.
I think it's just bad rhetoric. I don't people who promote separateness or hate in any way or taking advantage of people, I will never agree with, like, that.
It's that toxic word.
People think that's cute.
When did that come out? When did everybody start saying toxic? Who started that?
It's been around for a minute, but
Cause like, I feel like we really just started hearing that in, like, college or the back end of college.
Here's a question. What are your give me five signs that a man might be toxic?
I got it.
Hey, we're here.
Oh my goodness. See, it's different for me. So in my late 30s, so like for men,
you're not in your late 30s. You're
though.
in your mid 30s.
I'll make myself so old. Mid 30s. Like, I don't know. I feel like men being unhealed, that's toxic. Because I feel like, and again, that's new for us. Like, men and women, generation as a whole of, okay, what does that mean? You know, I think a lot of us are in a space where we all need to heal. And men don't just need to heal. Women do too. Because a lot of women been through a lot of traumas as well. So, being unhealed. Another thing, like a man who's like very much, I'm gonna say flirtatious or date a lot of women or need a woman to kind of define him when it comes to, let's just say, sex. Like men who have sex with a lot of women, or they just known for, it's like, cause you need to heal, cause what are you chasing, or what are you trying to fix or boost your ego? That's a red flag.
Some girls say, never mind.
Say it. Go ahead.
Some women say they think men do that because they're trying to convince themselves of their own reality. We'll just put it that way.
Yeah,
that's what I've
heard that before as well.
Say what you really want to say.
Yeah.
Say what you really want to say.
It could just be.
I know what you're trying to say.
it don't even, I heard that too before, but I don't think it don't always have to be the case, because a lot of times it could be their trauma, their upbringing, trying to feed their ego, you know what I mean? So it's just the healing. They need to sit down and talk to a therapist and ask someone, why am I like this? Because after a certain age, it's like, come on, why are you still moving this way? Yeah. So that's what we on, like 3.
It's 3 right here.
I think a real flashy man to me. I feel like, cause it's like, come on now, like
what's
what
flashy?
What are you doing? Flashy to me is like very obvious, like showing his money, showing all his phones, showing his cars, trying to show people, because you know when someone just be, if you got it, you got it. You won't even have to try to prove it to nobody, if you got it, or, from your appearance or whatever. So I just think doing too much, like, to be shown. Cause
you've seen that a lot in Atlanta, haven't you?
I've seen that a lot in Atlanta, but even back in my home city.
Really?
So I think that's a lot. Yeah.
They call this the cap capital.
Cap capital.
Yeah, this is the cap capital. Cap.
It is though. It is though.
Yeah.
Fake it till you make it.
Fake it till you make it.
It's a lot of rental cars out here.
Oh boy.
It's a lot of money that's not theirs.
So that was 3 flashy men.
3. So 4.
Yes.
What we got?
A man who just lies, just keep lying for no reason. Like, it's like, okay, you toxic already, especially when it comes to, like, I don't know. I just feel like in this space we in now, or the space or area we in, I feel like the best thing you could do is be honest. Like, give people the room to choose or decide if this is what they want to deal with or put up with. I feel like just lay it all out, because a woman still might date you or still might want to be with you, but I think people will respect the honesty, and vice versa, men and women.
5.
What else? Toxic. I think his choice in words, his vocabulary, how he talk, how he speak, could very much let you know if he's toxic or not. How he talks to whether his kids or his parents or women in general will say a lot about a man if he's toxic or not.
Like, I know men who genuinely refer to women as like the B word,
which is crazy. I can't even fake to call somebody that. A woman. I got a sister and a mom.
If I hate you
and a grandma,
I'll call you anything.
I can't even do that.
So it's toxic. Please go heal.
So what do you think is a toxic woman trait?
A toxic woman?
Yeah.
Oh man. Like you said, it lies a lot.
What do you think the number one thing women lie about is?
It depends on the woman you with, who you dealing with, honestly. But I mean, the number one thing most women do lie about, I'm sorry, but it's their age.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think a woman's ever lied to me about their age.
I've been lied to about ages. What?
Really?
Like too young or too old?
Both.
Dang.
Not too young or not. Let's reel it back. Let's reel it back.
Hold on.
Let's reel it back. Nothing crazy.
No, I meant like they said they were older than they were. They said they were younger.
Yeah,
that's what I meant.
Yeah. A lot of women say they're older. Well, younger women in their 20s will say, "Oh, I'm this old." And
24, but they're 22.
Older woman that's like 40s, late 30s, they'd be like, "I'm 20 something." My mom lied.
Yeah.
You lie about your age, mama. But anyway.
So what do you think women lie about the most?
From a woman. I want to hear this from a woman.
From a woman's perspective.
Oh, also how many men they've been with too.
I don't think women lie. Like, they'll omit answering the question. One thing I do think women lie about is who they actually gave a chance to. Like, a lot of women will phrase it and say, he tried to talk to me.
Yeah.
You tried to talk to him too.
That's what they've been. Well,
I mean, like, even if they don't have, like, in
that's
relations.
I was just saying they've been with in general.
Yeah, like, you entertained it. It's okay. You can say that. But, like,
So, what is yours? I want to hear from a woman.
I would say older women will lie about their age. I don't know why, because I mean, black don't crack and women don't. We don't age, so I don't know why they do that. Age, I will say how many men they been with, but I will say, like, why is that even a question? So men love to ask that question, and it's like, women like, why is that even a question?
Because you want to know why though? Because men don't know how to have sex, bro.
Is that?
I'm dead ass. Like, and I know people are gonna make the Kiki Atlanta haha joke, but the reason I say that is because, one, a lot of men can get women, They can't keep them.
Yep.
And if you knew how to do that, you could keep them. Like
130%.
Like when I see people who like, yeah, I got a girl that came to my crib yesterday and a girl that came yesterday, the fact that they feel so freely moving in and out this crib like this lets me know things.
Yeah, when a girl, when you doing what you got to do, she ain't gonna go nowhere.
Yeah, so when those men
if
get with women,
if you're treating her right too.
Oh yeah, treating her right too.
Yeah, it's not just a one-off. It's treating her right and doing.
When those men get with girls who've been with multiple people, they know, like, well, what if she was? Well, first of all, if she picked you, girls are way more. I can't say that.
Nah, say it.
I was gonna say they're way more loyal, but like, they're not. I mean, it's person to person. I think it's pretty equal.
It's person to person.
But yeah, I think they get that competition running in their head because they know they're probably like. Because a lot of dudes just be worried about themselves, especially in the bedroom, because they worry about themselves when it comes to making their dreams come true. Mm-hmm. They worry about themselves when they get into the bedroom. And then they just worry about themselves on a day-to-day. But
what about the men that, like, just ask their woman, yo, how was that? Because you want to make sure the woman is right? And in that situation, I know we're going way off topic. Right now.
How honest have you been with men in those situations?
In those situations.
Like, it was good, but it wasn't, or, like...
I don't think I, like, lay up and talk about what I did with another man with another man. Like, I don't think that's... Yeah. Kind of been like on the table.
No. He's asking.
I'm not
like,
talking about.
Are you?
No, not like that.
Yeah, no.
Like with the person that you're with. Yeah. That conversation.
Do you have those honest conversations?
I'll be honest. That's a hard conversation to have. Yeah. Like, how was everything?
Yeah.
You know, with the person.
Oh, you saying after? Yeah. I don't think that was discussed either because it's like you know if you know, and men would know. You know if it was bad, and as a woman, you know if it was good or bad. Like. So, like, because I have friends, I think I was, I guess, shy a little bit because I was afraid that I should have been telling the man when it was bad. Yeah. And my friends are like, girl, no, I told him, like, you didn't do it. I'm like, you told him that? Like, what? Girl, I would feel so bad as a man if you told me that. But some women are very vocal about it. Yeah. But now as a grown woman, it's like, no, I got to tell you because I need you. You have to satisfy women.
Especially if it's somebody that you're with for the long haul.
Correct. Correct. Like, y'all should definitely be having those conversations because, I mean, that can make or break everything.
Yeah, it can be something small like eye contact. It can be something that small that
I think guys got to start being honest with women, too. Because all of these women...
I'm pretty honest.
Oh, that's good. Because I know there's a lot of people who think they're like throat demons running around, and they're not.
Oh, my God.
They are not. All right? I'm not going to say I know, but like they're not. Okay? Like, because... No, I'm dead. They're like, I'm dead ass. Like, that's like... You hear the talk, but they be with men who, you know, are just happy to have something. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
So it's like...
This is another conversation. This is another one we need to have it around.
I think like even
all kind of topics. Yes,
I think we should have that. That is a conversation we need to have.
That's gonna happen for sure.
Yeah, but that's for another time. But before we head out of here, give us. I know we have a lot of lists, but 3 things you would give upcoming Black female entrepreneur.
Really, just an entrepreneur in general, because what you've done.
Mm-hmm. It's amazing.
I want some advice.
Yeah.
Right.
So go ahead and drop 3 things. Drop 3 gems for us.
I would say the number one thing is to, like, and it sounds so cliche, but it's like keep going. Like, never stop chasing your dreams and goals. Like, it took years to get to this point. Like, I've been chasing my dreams and been on this entrepreneurship journey since like 2009. So it took years before that. And I started different businesses that were failing, and I just never quit. So I think, and then you got to know your area. I know a lot of times people want to start businesses that they're passionate about. Everybody go with, oh, I'm passionate about this. Mm-hmm. This is what I always wanted to do, so let me do that first. Sometimes you got to do the businesses that you're not passionate about that can help you get the capital, because the number one thing, Black or African Americans, we don't have enough access to capital to even put us in these type of positions. So I had to use one business to leverage to different, and then just kept investing. And a lot of us don't do that either, because we come from homes or just period, like where we wasn't taught about financial literacy and wealth and all these different things. So it goes hand in hand of like I'm sorry, y'all, because I'm like triggered. It's so much that I can
good.
touch on in just that one topic. But so yes, just don't stop. Don't quit chasing your dreams and goals. And you might have to do something that you might not like first, and then use that capital to do something that you're more passionate about. Don't be afraid to ask for help and like get a mentor, you know, and use your resources. A lot of us are so scared to use our resources or open our mouth or do things that we don't want to do or like to do, like going to networking events, getting out, meeting people, talking to people. Like you have to get out and connect with people, because I know a lot of people who don't like networking events or, you know, circles like that, and that's really helped me a lot. Like being able to be in rooms with people who have the information, and most of the time it's not the people on stage, it's the people in the room.
Facts.
Like you need to sit and connect with the girl or the guy with the 100 followers, because he might be this tech guy or whatever business, you know. It just be those small things that people do that you might need to help you get to where you need to be. So that's my second one. And then the third thing I would say is, I said keep going, resources, just don't quit. Like just go for it. Like write your plans. Like I feel like for me, I'm real big on like writing my plans down. Like I'll put my goals, like every year I'll set 5-year goals, and then I'll look back and see like what did I accomplish. And it's okay that some stuff that I didn't accomplish, but it'd be mind-boggling to me like, oh wait, you really did what you said you was gonna do. Mm-hmm. So a lot of my stuff is me really speaking life into it and telling myself like, I don't believe that there's nothing that I can't do. Like that's my mindset. Like you have to change your mindset. Please change your mindset. Like if you don't believe in yourself, you cannot get no one else to believe in your dream and your journey. Your journey is your journey. Your path is your path. So I just feel like you need to just walk in that. Like just don't quit.
Words of wisdom, man.
So much wisdom. I'm gonna be honest. This was a pleasure. Like,
this was a good
definitely
episode.
a pleasure. Like you,
definitely some gems that I feel like people will be able to live by.
For sure.
I feel like this was like the Nipsey Hussle Breakfast Club interview, because I watched that interview, bro. I swear to God, I watch that interview like every 3 months. Right? Like I feel like this was one of those. So
yeah,
that's good.
Touched on some good stuff.
Man, this is amazing.
You got anything else you want to say?
Sior Atl.
Oh, wait. Do you have any questions for us?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I know. Look, I kind of was asking y'all stuff through it. You know what I mean? But I feel like we're gonna have our own sit down where we can talk all day about all kind of stuff. So
we're gonna get some balls rolling on some stuff.
Yeah.
We had to.
We gotta
let a couple cut a couple people loose. You know what I'm saying? And these next 2 weeks are pretty, but going into football season.
Hey, look.
We got ideas. We got some ideas.
We at Sior Atl
every Monday,
and we gonna be at Sior Atl. So y'all just be ready for what's gonna be going on at Sior Atl, and that's Sior Atl on Instagram.
Yes.
Well, you tell everybody where they can find you.
Yes, please follow us on Instagram at Sior_ATL. You can also visit our website at www.sioratl.com. We don't have a Facebook, but you can just find us on Instagram.
Thank you. Look, it was a pleasure. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff. And until the next episode, peace.